gentlemen, welcome to tonight's NHIAA Division I Junior Ice Hockey game between Manchester Central Warriors and York Souhegan Sabres. Before we begin our game tonight, we'd like to first recognize both teams. First, the seniors from Manchester. Elizabeth Healy. Grace Manning. Rosie Tay Blue. And Avery Prue. And next for our Souhegan Sabres. Tonight, we celebrate your high school hockey careers. Take a second and reflect on what you have learned during your time on the ice, the skills you have developed, the bonds you have formed with your teammates, and the fact that every time you fell, you got right back up and kept fighting. Years from now, you won't remember the score of any game, but you will remember the laughs shared with your teammates and the sport that you bravely chose to try. As your coaches, we are so glad you chose to play, and we are so proud of the women you have become. First up, we have Callie Russell. Next up, we have Natalie Whitehouse. Rachel Montoya. Emily Facey. Morgan Howell. Lila Hobbs. And last but certainly not least, Maeve McNamara. Ladies, the progress you have made in your high school hockey careers is incredible, and tonight we celebrate that. We are so excited to see the amazing things you do in the next phases of your life. Now let's play some hockey. All right, we are going to continue with our starting lineups. First for Manchester. Starting on defense, number 11, Elizabeth Healy. Also on defense, number 12, Grace Manning. At center, number 19, Rosie Tague Blue. At left wing, number 18, Riley Page. At right wing, number 9, Taylor Morin. Ending goal, number 1, Sophie Loya. And now the starting lineup for your Souhegan Sabres. On defense, number 11, Morgan Hallett. On defense, number 14, Lila Hobbs. At center, number 6, Emily Facey. At left wing, number 21, Brooke Fallon. At right wing, number 2, Hannalia Dykstra. Ending goal, number 30, Maeve McNamara. Now for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello again, everybody. Up above the ice here at the Conway Arena in Nashua, New Hampshire. I'm Zach Johnston alongside Kyle Heavey here on Manchester Public Television, Channel 16 coverage of the NHIAA Division I Girls Hockey. It's a pleasure to be with you. Souhegan Senior Night special coverage. It's the Manchester Queens versus the Souhegan Sabres here at Conway Arena in Nashua, New Hampshire. The game is on, and here we go. Both these teams looking for their first win of the year, and Souhegan would like to do it on their senior night.
Yeah, special evening for these Sabres. It's their last time all the seniors will be together for a game, as a lot of them will be missing some time. So as athletic director Kelly Braley wanted to make sure that there was a moment in time.
Early chance. Can they bury it? It gets slid back out to the blue line in the low slot. Kicked away by freshman goalie Sophie Loya. Unable to get cleared out of the Manchester zone. That is alternate captain Grace Manning, who starts on defense alongside Elizabeth Kelly. And now it's up to Riley Page along our near side wing. Page shot, save there by Maeve McNamara, the starting goalie for the Souhegan Sabres. She is a much bigger goaltender, and she takes up a lot more of the net than Sophie Loya does. There's a lot of fans here for Souhegan.
They came out to support their seniors. There's 8 of them on this squad, Zach. So
yeah.
They came out to make sure that they got the love that they needed.
Well, as a student, I love a good student section, and Souhegan is bringing it here on this Wednesday night. It's about 8:30.
Late night here for us, as we're just excited to still be able to support these girls.
Chance there, turned away by Loya. Wrap around, waiting for it, turned over. And it's moved up to Page. She can fly. Here comes Riley Page. Shot, save. McNamara turned it away. No score early in this game between Souhegan and Manchester.
Kept in by Manchester. And let's
Here's
see if
Page. Another shot. McNamara turns it away. Rebound is out. Page turns, shoots, nothing. Maeve McNamara holds her post very well, and the puck slides across the other side of the ice and is kept in by Elizabeth Kelly. And now back, and Grace Manning will have to retrieve for it.
She's got to be careful with this puck. There's a lot of seniors, again, for this Sabres squad, and they are very well versed in a lot of ways, Zach.
Sent up the far right wall by Taylor Morin, is dropped back to Manning. She sent it out. It's kicked out by Lila Hawks for Souhegan. It ends up down the near side wing. Going for that for Souhegan was Amelia Warecki, and now it's Page up the wing. Sent away by Callan Cabane, one of the many seniors for Souhegan. Riley Page away from a stick lift, fakes a shot, lost it.
Student section giving some hostility there, as just unable to. And now Page falls on the on the ice, and the glass is shaken down here, Zach.
I love a student section. They've got the ski theme going as the puck finds its way down the ice and will be played out by the freshman goaltender Sophie Loya.
Kelly got to be careful here. Shots get to Manning. Manning is able to backhand it out of the zone.
Sent down. Collision there between Captain Morgan Hallett and Taylor Morin.
Morin, just a little slip up. Didn't do it intentionally.
Now it's moved up ice and is sent over for Rachel Montoya. And we'll have the whistle blew earlier, and I think they must have not have heard it, and a hooking penalty, and we will have a power play coming up.
We haven't even gotten to the officials here. Brittany Grand Mason, as well as Chris Courier, will be the officials, and the door is open, and who is going to be stepping into this penalty box for 2 minutes? Waiting to see, and
I think we'll have a Queens power play here.
We're wondering if that's the case, and finally we got the culprit here.
Lila Hawks went to the bench. They called her for hooking. So Manchester, an early power play. Coach Levine will see what they can do on the advantage.
Well, that's one way for your senior night to be remembered, sitting in the penalty box for 2 minutes.
Face-off is tied up, and Souhegan can't get it out. They'll go behind the net, and it's taken out by Kaylin Cabane. Sent away. Souhegan still looking to clear it. Eating up some time here. Turned over. Riley from behind the net. Page. Shot gets blocked. Riley Page facilitating all of the offense so far here for Manchester. Souhegan has not had a lot of shots on Sophie Loya in the Manchester cage. That is cleared.
It was a good attempt by Sophie Rude, the defenseman, to try to send it down, but it just hit off of a Sabre and went the length of the ice, and now still another 70 seconds on this power play.
Sent out, chipped toward the neutral zone. Inside the Manchester zone as they are on the power play. A turnover. Facey turned away. Second chance goes wide. Back around there is Grace Manning. Sends it out the wing.
Good shorthanded attempt by Facey there.
Riley Page wants the pass, and a little too far there from Taylor Morin. Sent toward our near side neutral zone, and it finds the stick of Grace Manning. We'll send it out for Morin. Morin gets taken down, and no penalties called. I think just a little slip up there. Kept onside by Sophie Rue. Rue lost it. 15 seconds left on the Lila Hawks hooking penalty early here in the first period. No score between Souhegan and Manchester. That kicked away by McNamara from Rosie Tig Blue. And that does it for the penalty. Back to even strength.
As Hawks just went straight to the bench. I think that Coach Maggie Dix wanted to have a word with her for a moment of don't be hooking people.
They played with 4 for a couple extra seconds. Normally you'd send somebody right out immediately. Maybe some miscommunication there from Souhegan. From the blue line, that's Manning who sends it out over to, that was Elizabeth Kelly, number 11. Tried to send it out to Riley Page. Puck in the neutral zone. Sent back out, touched by Amelia Warecki. It's out for Rue for Manchester. She turns it over, and she gets it right back.
Lucky there was Sophie.
Now Manchester trying to get something going. Take Blue has a stick lifted, and the puck slides back toward the Souhegan zone. Dumped again, and Kelly goes for it. And she will retrieve it behind her goaltender, Sophie Loya. Page, there she goes. Page down the far wing. Page walks in, shot turned aside by Maeve McNamara. We're still even at 0.
And now we have a whistle here, Zach. So what's this going to be? Is it an early icing call or something else?
The puck went off of McNamara and out of play.
Oh, into the netting.
But
apologies.
I don't think they're setting, hopefully they're setting up for a face-off inside that zone, because that's what the call would be. The puck was sent away so quickly by McNamara, at least Kyle couldn't tell where it went.
I really couldn't. I was confused why there was a whistle there because the puck was going the other way.
Face
like
off,
the ice.
dropped. Queens can't keep it in their offensive zone. It's brought up by Brooke Fallon, turned away. Good defensive work by Grace Manning.
That is a big spot for Grace, and she was really able to be smart and get a good connection on the puck to send it the length of the ice. And now Sabres have to be careful in their deep in their own zone.
To Analia Dykstra. Kicked away. Morin. Defended well. Kept in by Kelly. Kelly cuts. Back out. Souhegan pestering defensively. They come away with the stop. Back out toward the neutral zone. Manning. Ice monster here, Conway Arena. It's gone from JFK to Sullivan Arena all the way to Conway Arena. The ice monster lives on.
We're going to name him Conway tonight.
Yes.
That's his
Call
name.
that the MPTV ice monster.
Well, halfway through this opening period and very equal sides, certainly Riley Page has had some great opportunities, but McNamara has really been up for the task.
Kicked in, good work there by Avery Wyberny. Keep it on her side. Here's Brooke Fallon. And the puck finds its way into the net. They score! The Sabres strike first on their senior night. It found its way in. I believe the goal will go to Analia Dykstra. Senior night goal for her. Fallon facilitated it. She's a senior. And I believe Dykstra may have got the last touch on the puck. And it is 1-0, even though the scoreboard is, there we go. Well, nope, still says 99. They got to figure out how to do one digit instead of, nope. Fourth time's the charm, maybe. Still not, now they have to go backwards, maybe. It's not 98-0. There we go, 1-0 on the board. Souhegan strikes first halfway through the first period. Analia Dykstra picks up goal number 1. Looking to respond again, and it's swallowed up there by Loya.
And for Coach Cassidy Levine in her 5th year here for the Manchester Queens, she knows that her team just let up a goal right there. They had the turnover in their own zone, which is any coach's nightmare. They don't mean to have that happen, and they've got to do better to get back on the scoreboard and tie this game up now.
Behind the net, it's Tague Blue. Down our far side right wing, the puck slides back into the neutral zone. It's taken by Riley Page. Keep her head on a swivel, Souhegan defense. Page trying to tie back up, dances in, she scores! What a shot from Riley Page! Just like that, it's 1-1.
Well, they had the lead for 42 seconds, Zach, and to know that Riley could hear all the student section talking and, making noises when she fell and when her shots were saved, and to get that goal, you could see that she made sure to celebrate in front of the student section there.
Wow, what a goal from her. And it was bound to happen as she had taken, I believe, probably the only shots for Manchester on Maeve McNamara. And for her, that was just a beautiful shot. Right top shelf on her glove side. It's 1-1.
5th goal scored on the year for Manchester, and not a better time right now than to tie this game back up, as both teams, again, looking for their first win, as Souhegan obviously got their first lead of the year here, but it only lasted 42 seconds, Zach, and now you can feel the energy on the Manchester side.
Icing called. Will have a face-off inside the Queen zone. And yeah, you know, these teams, respectfully, they haven't played with a lead yet, and they may not know how to, run their team that way.
For Manchester, that was a big spot right here, as they've allowed 66 goals on the year now, and
There's
for that
to go wide there from Kaylin Kibane. And they get another! They score! A low shot that found its way in. And that will go for Avery Wyburney, the sophomore. 2-1 Souhegan. Blink and you'll miss it. That's 3 goals in the span of, I believe, maybe 2 minutes. So 2-1 Sabres.
1 minute and 26 seconds, Zach.
That did not take long, and the Sabres will win the draw. You almost think you got to keep Riley Page out there if she's the one taking all your shots.
Well, Zach,
trying to stay in this game. Here goes Riley Page. Can she do it again? In the slot, shot broken up. Great work there by Lila Hawks to turn that one away. It's sent back to the blue line. It's Elizabeth Kelly who comes in, drops it back for Page. Page sends it behind the net, and it's picked up by Kaylin Kilbane. Up in the air, down. Lily Hale-Pumpton couldn't find it. That is blocked by Emily Facey. And here comes Page. Riley do it all, Page. Similar spot, but a save by McNamara. And the puck, beautiful pass there from Page, and the shot pinballs around and goes wide of the net. These fans are going to have a game to cheer for here as the net is off, or I think we may have an equipment issue. And right out into the ice to help out is athletic director Kelly Braley. And
I think a piece of the
we had an issue like this last year, I believe, for the Souhegan Manchester senior night game. We had an equipment issue. I'm just like really remembering that happened, and Kelly came right out to help last time.
It's tradition now, Zach.
Yes.
We got to see this 2 years in a row. And
different arena, though.
And you're seeing it right there. The protective shield and neck guard is now shattered here off that Riley Page shot. And
well, if anyone's going to shatter a neck guard, it's going to be her.
And now it's going to be interesting because now hopefully they have a second one.
Oh, no. We don't need a delay.
Now we might have a delay because that's going to be a protective part that is necessary for every goalie.
Yeah, you do have to wear that. So.
And their backup goalie, Charlotte Rose Desotel,
there you go,
is out for this contest. So they don't even have a backup goalie here tonight. So we're going to just kind of go with the flow here again with the Souhegan Sabres up 2-1.
Well, we'll figure out what's wrong with the equipment and they'll test to it, but we'll take a quick break and we will come right back when Maeve McNamara and her neck guard ready to go. Mask is fixed, neck guard has been replaced, and we're ready to continue. And hopefully they don't give up a goal right after that, and it is taken out of the zone by Brooke Fallon, who had the assist on the Dykstra goal, their first one. That's sent down by Lila Hawks. Loose puck, oh, they couldn't get a stick on it, sliding over to make the save. Loya able to help break that up, and Souhegan nearly made it 3-1 there. Breath of fresh air. Take Blue able to try to get it out there. Taylor Morin, the puck has been sent in, and McNamara just nonchalantly shovels it away, as going right toward it was Alyssa Miller. That is off the stick of Morin and chipped and sent out of the offensive zone. Neutral zone attack here. Here's Warecki for the Sabres. She'll dump it. Behind the net is Sophie. And another ice monster attack here.
That was a brutal one,
That
Zach.
one was a brutal one.
That was some hard boards.
And Take Blue will feed it over. Alyssa Miller going for it. No Riley Page on the ice. She gets a break.
It's going to be up to Rosie here to be the offense. The captain's got to get something going here.
Rosie trying to chip it up ice and battle right in our near boards.
Well, now Page is back out here as Alyssa Miller will take a seat, and we'll get an icing with 2:27 to go.
Offensive zone draw for the Queens. Try to tie it up. Find Riley Page. Give her a wrist shot. We know it works. 2-1 here.
The thing about McNamara with their new mask is it's not even a new neck guard. It's a whole new mask.
It is a whole new mask.
See if that affects her.
That's honestly quicker than unattaching and reattaching a new neck guard. I would assume. I'm not really an expert in hockey equipment, but, you know, that seems kind of common knowledge. Pass down low. That goes off of Page's skate. And then into the far corner to be played by Morgan Hallett of the Sabres. The puck slides. And we will
no icing. No,
icing.
it was a self pass that just did not connect for Manchester. So the puck went the length of the ice, and Rosie had to race down and get it.
There are a couple, spots where I see them going toward each other. I think there's going to be a big hit, and there's not. Well, can she do it again? Riley Page, breakaway chance, save, second chance shot. They score! Tied again. 2-2.
It's got to be one of these nights, Zach, that is just a lot of excitement, and you can see EK right there. She is pumped up to get her goal here, and it was able to off of a rebound off McNamara, and now with the $1:44 to go, tied up at 2.
Elizabeth Kelly makes it 2-2, assisted by Riley Page. 1:44, and the time has not restarted here, as that's maybe just the way things are going to go tonight. Puck down the wing, no icing. The Queens trying to make it happen again. Page in the slot. She scores! Top shelf! Riley Page, 3-2.
And Kelly with a great assist, skated hard into that corner. You can see them hugging right there, and to take the lead after no time came off the clock officially, Zach.
I think they're fixing that. But 3-2 after another great shot from Riley Page. She has 3 points. A penalty was assessed. So now they're on the power play. Did that penalty come after the goal?
I believe it did for...
Well, the time is still at
$1:44,
and it's back moving.
Can the scorekeeper get a penalty for delay a game?
Maybe.
The clock is going right
now.
Who
knows? We never know here. That feed goes away, and it's Kelly. We'll send it out. Page slides back to the blue line, corralled by Manning. Manning behind the net. It's Taylor Morin. Souhegan sends it away. And there's a foot race for the puck. Brooke Fallon's going for it, but Grace Manning gets there first, throws it off the boards.
Still not out of the zone. Now it is.
Morin. Page has a lane. Sends it to Morin. Turned away by McNamara. Under a minute to go here in the long first period. 3-2 Manchester. Turned over. Tag Blue with the puck now. Rosie waits, throws it towards the net. It's blocked. And now here comes Fallon again. Fallon works her way around Manning. Fallon's got Kelly to beat. Try to get a shorthanded chance there. Fallon drops it back. And now here comes Manchester. Just a little out of the reach of Morin. She races with Morgan Hallett for the puck. Morgan Hallett. That'll be offside.
Yeah, only so much that Rosie could do there as puck just kind of squeaked out of the zone. And I like the way that Riley Page now with a goal, with a lead here, is really facilitating the defense in letting others try to get some on the scoreboard as well here.
20 seconds to go here in the first period. Page wins the draw. It's Kelly up the right wing. Good stick lift. Here's Manning. Throws it towards the net. Maeve traps it. And the clock killing an extra couple
seconds ticked off right there for sure, Zach. I did notice that as well. Well, here we go with 8 seconds to go. See what Paige can do off the face-off circle.
She'll win it. Cleared, and that should do it for the period.
Oh, close.
Oh,
She's
no.
got to make sure it doesn't go in.
Well, that was scary for Sophie Loya. The puck was sent down, and she nearly lost control of it. She did end up falling on it, and that will end an eventful first period of action. At first, it was 2-1 Souhegan, and then the Manchester Queens have piled on 2 more. It's 3-2 after 1 here on Manchester Public Television. Alongside Kyle Levy, I'm Zach Johnston. We'll be right back for period number 2. Back in action here at Conway Arena, ready to go for period number 2 between Souhegan and Manchester girls hockey here on Manchester Public Television. Alongside Kyle Levy, I'm Zach Johnston. Pleasure to be with you here on this late Wednesday night. It is a grand 9:15 p.m. as we start the second period, and we will have a face-off at center ice as the second period is ready to go. Your score, Manchester leads Souhegan 3-2, and the Queens are on a power play, but I don't think
There's only for 16 more seconds, Zach, so we'll see if they still put that up there, but it's got to remember that Manchester is in the black. These two teams have very similar jerseys tonight.
Yes,
and Souhegan is in the white. So Manchester will be going left or right across your screen, while Souhegan will be going right to left. So we'll see. At least we know that one of these teams in the black, gold, and white will be winning tonight.
And one of these teams will get their first win as the second period and the game continues. Penalty coming up.
Well, that's not the way you want to start the second period. 16 seconds in. And now head into the box.
That is Morgan Hallett for, I believe, a tripping. So a 5-on-3 for 3 seconds, but that still gets you time to dump the puck in.
Yeah, the scoreboard operator having not the best time tonight. They're really not. They're struggling a little bit with, it's tough. Zach, you've done it numerous times and various things. Sometimes if you don't know how to operate it, then it's difficult to do. But a face-off win by Souhegan.
Coolbane comes out of the box. So now 5-on-4, still an advantage here for the Queens. Kelly, our near corner. Kelly tries to send it away. Good defense there by Emily Facey. And the puck it'll be Fallon who has it here for Souhegan. Page keeps it onside. Manning dumps it. Sent out by Lila Hawks. And Rosie Tang Bloom takes it. Feeds it forward. And Riley Page had to go back to retrieve it. Riley lost her stick. And the Souhegan fans like that. That puck gets sent down.
Grace Manning going to have to skate hard and be smart with this puck as Sabres are coming at her hard.
Now the Souhegan boys are merged with Nashua North, but they have their own girls team, which is pretty cool. As all Manchester Public Schools have co-op combined to make a boys and girls Manchester hockey team. Kings and Queens. 50 seconds left on the penalty.
Yeah, unique spot here for Manchester. One player from Memorial, and that's the goalie.
Yep.
So she's really important. And 2 players from West. So it's a lot of Central girls here for this Manchester squad.
Kelly is one of those Central girls. In the slot, Morin shot. And she couldn't get a clean one off. Attacking behind the net. And it is Emily Facey. It's out to the blue line, kept in by Manning. Manning shot blocked. Can Morin keep it on side? She just missed it. Just missed. 10 seconds left on the penalty.
Just kind of throw it in and get some fresh legs to get ready for a 5-on-5 here.
3-2 your score. Manchester still holds their lead on Souhegan. Chipped in by Kelly. Kelly keeps it in. Kelly now to Page. Page, she waits, she moves, she shoots. Oh, she rang iron. Here's Manning. Trying to corral it. It's chipped out by Fallon. Rosie almost kept it on side, but she retains possession in the neutral zone.
EK skating hard tonight. Loving to see Elizabeth, the assistant captain, doing her thing. Already has a goal, looking for more.
Out of the reach of Fallon and scooped up by Morin. She tried to hit up Page.
It'll be offsides. And they don't they're giving it to them. Oh, finally the offsides call.
Yeah, we've had some late whistles here on offsides here.
Chris Courier looked like he was ready to call it, and then I don't know if he had trouble with his whistle or what exactly happened, but finally a offsides called, and what a interesting first 3 minutes of this second period here, Zach.
That is true. That is definitely true. 3-2 Manchester lead. Neutral zone draw from Rosie Tegblue and Amelia Warecki. Rosie will win it. She sends it towards our near side, the right side. Sophie Rue. And that will be icing.
Well, did it touch a Souhegan player? I believe it did,
It must
Zach.
have.
We have a tough angle with the boys kind of on that direction. Loving the support, though.
Aye, of course. Haley Christensen now will send it out by ice to Amelia Warecki. Warecki right in front of us. Rosie now with the puck for Manchester. Sends this up the ice. Corralled by Souhegan, is blocked. Moved up our near side wing. Sent down behind the net by Morgan Hallett. Montoya trying to send it out. Down the ice, it'll be no icing. It's waved off, and Rue sends it off the boards. Souhegan keeps it in. Sent down low, and now here comes Rosie, dancing around. Rosie has Hallett to beat, and here's the open girl. It's Alyssa Miller. She can't get there in time to get a shot off, and then she slips. Still trying to jab at the puck there. Manning keeps it in. The puck finds its way behind the net and under the stick of Emily Facey. And Rue keeps it onside. Here's a chance. Good defense there by Manning, able to stop what would be a big opportunity for Souhegan. They would have had a breakaway without her. 10 minutes to go here in period number 2. We're winding toward it. 3-2 Queens. The Sabres, it's Fallon down the wing. Falling there is Facey. Rue goes for it. Facey chipped it around, and Page trying to chip it up to herself. Here's Grace Fallon. Brooke Fallon, rather. That's her name. Up the wing. In pursuit of the puck. And getting there first was Kelly. That's offside.
Such a great move by Elizabeth there to get the puck out of the zone. Knew it was going to be an offsides if the Sabres had touched it. And now look at her coming the other way, Zach.
Here comes EK. EK. Save made by McNamara. She has been solid in the cage today.
And she has her original mask back, Zach,
Good.
as well.
Good to see. Page kicks it up to herself. Here she goes down the wing. Can she make it? 3. Page saved by McNamara. Second chance. Whiffed. No. They were so close. So close.
Well, we've seen it on both sides. The net is open, but just not able to get a quality shot on it. And offsides here on Manchester, just not able to get back into the zone was Alyssa Miller. And now with 8:37 to go, we'll get a face-off just below us.
8:37 here in the second period. Manchester 3, Souhegan 2 here at the Conway Arena in Nashua, New Hampshire. Definitely a change from St. A's distance-wise. They're not close.
No, not at all. And that's what's tough about Souhegan is, you know, they try to get whatever ice time they can. And I know that they have practiced at the JFK as well this season. So it's whatever ice you can get, you got to take. And a very interesting decision on dropping that puck as the Souhegan player was not back on the ice. But no worries, Morgan Hallett. She is out there now. See what Rosie can do.
Maine, it's up the wing, moved up to Christensen. Holding that is Manning. That is Kelly, rather. EK, Kelly, Comes around, shot, kicked away. Page, rebound. McNamara is way out of the net. And the puck is out. And Rosie keeps it onside. Good work by her. Lifted out, and then falling there was Lily. And she falls again. Ice is hard to balance on. I can attest to that. Take blue. Good pass to Kelly. Here's Elizabeth Kelly. Shot saved by McNamara.
She's doing her best here,
And
Zach.
now here come the Sabres. Stick lift, great move there by EK. Elizabeth Kelly making it work offensively and defensively. She's got a good eye for this thing. Taylor Morin, it's back out toward the neutral zone for Elizabeth Kelly.
And it seems like Coach Levine
I was
has
gonna
a
say.
good perspective on what to do. Allow your seniors, who are your better, stronger skaters, kind of play back on defense. You already got the lead. Why not try to keep it that way?
Yeah, Levine, Liana love what she's getting out of Elizabeth Kelly tonight, especially defensively. You know, she's been great defensively, and she has a goal and an assist offensively.
You got to be kind of worried for Sophie, as she has not had any shots on goal. And now, as we see it, it's going to be an
Icing. That was definitely icing that time. Would have been a little too easy for Montoya there if it wasn't. So we'll have a face-off inside the Queen's zone. First stoppage we've had in a while. It's 6:39 here on Manchester Public Television. Zach Johnston, Kyle Levy, Manchester girls ice hockey here. The Queens lead the Sabres of Souhegan 3-2.
And Rachel Montoya, who would have gotten that puck, and she was in the face-off circle. First game back after breaking her arm.
Good for her.
So good to see that she's able to be back for her senior night.
Here's a puck battle. Move toward the slot, but Souhegan defender is there. That is number 14, Lila Hawks, and she takes it up our near side wing with Rue behind her. Lila Hawks trying to tie it up. What a job by Manning to take it away. The defense has come up clutch here, and now they got 18-on-18 action. Here comes Riley Page. Great defensive work by Caitlin Kilbane. But now Page has it back. She tried to send it down low, and Kilbane able to break it up again. Caitlin, here she comes. No icing. Off the back wall. Uh-oh! That looked like a Hampus Lindholm to David Pasternak play off of the backboards. Tried to set her up there in front of the net.
Similar colors, Zach.
Very. Under 6 minutes now. Here comes Manning chasing the puck. Manning will take it across the red line and send it along our near side boards. That is offside. I don't know about that one.
Sophie was not pleased with that call, as it was right there, and she will head to the bench for a line change for both teams. As, forgive me, she actually cut the other way and is going to stay on the ice. And now we'll get a face-off in front of us here at the 5:28 mark.
Page will meet Amelia Warecki for the face-off. Chipped out. Now it's Rue.
7-7.
Wyborny will play it. That's off the body of number 6. That is not on our roster. Provided to us from Coach Levine. So we'll try to find that out at intermission. Loose puck sent away. Souhegan keeps this a 1-goal deficit. And they'll get it out. Brooke Fallon with Page on her tail. And Rue's stick. She'll send it down low, and it's turned away there by Loya.
No penalty called here, Zach, as both players fell to the ice.
Must have been clean.
And now we got some. We'll see what this is all about here, Zach.
A lot of ruckus. Match penalties, I think, must be coming up here. Yeah, that'll be 10 and 5. That is Warecki and Miller on those teams to the box for whatever scrum just happened in our near side left corner where the Souhegan student section resides.
Well, there's 2 Sabres in the penalty box, Zach, so
I don't know where so they put Fallon in there too, just, I don't know, because they felt like it or maybe something happened.
obviously Brittany Graham Mason and Chris Curry are discussing things on your screen, and box is pretty full here for the Sabres.
Yeah, it sure is. And we'll see the call. And I don't know if they've announced it already, if they're discussing it. Coach Levine kind of peeking over, looking at the refs.
Certainly would like some discussion.
She looks like a kid watching her parents peeking around the corner.
And Catherine Bannister in her first year for the Manchester girls, the assistant coach, also out there wanting to get some explanation, giving kind of her girls some ideas of how to get this going. Is back on the power play. Looks like the Queens will go.
This is a long discussion, and it's already been a long night here. And now
Brittany will have to explain it all here.
I don't know if they signaled the penalties or not, but it'll be a 5-on-4. I believe they called match penalties on Warecki and Miller, and they sent foul into the box. So it'll be a 5-on-4 here. Unless they try to change it up like it's been. But looks to be another power play for Manchester, but their face-off is over here, not over there where it should be.
And they're just realizing that they're on the wrong side of the ice.
They gotta go that way if they're on the power play. Nope, maybe not. Match penalties, I believe maybe there's a neutral zone draw.
As Brittany is still over there discussing, so we're trying to get things all squared away here. And
part of me wants to be like, face-offs down there, but, I'll just let them be.
It certainly would make sense, Zach.
Yeah, I would, maybe I'll do my best to not try to yell down at the ice. Right? I'm not a hockey parent.
Well, even Rosie's wanting an explanation here why are we down here?
Maybe that's the discussion and
now
we're still waiting to get play resumed.
Graham Mason is discussing things with Maggie Dix. I haven't mentioned the assistants for Souhegan. That's Ray Charest, Shannon Paquette, Lauren Norton, and Dave Dix. And Maggie certainly is explaining her part. That
still waiting for play to resume, and it looks like it'll be a power play, and they're just deciding what the logistics of this are. As would this penalty be over by now already? May have been 2 minutes by now.
It's been a little bit of time, and hitting the 9:30 mark here on our Wednesday nights as we're just wanting to get the complete explanation. And now we'll see if Grand Mason has to go over and talk to Coach Levine, who's kind of waiting there patiently to get her side of things.
Go right to the score box and discuss it with the scorers. And they haven't made any adjustments to who's in the penalty box.
Certainly refereeing is a tough thing as you're trying to get everything explained here.
20 goes in there. That's Natalie Whitehouse. So 3 girls in the box and 4 girls out on the ice. So something has to change personnel-wise, because there's no way that you can have 3 girls in the box and 4 girls on the ice unless I was not introduced to a new hockey rule.
I mean, it's almost a party in there.
Yes, and I'm sure this is a very rare occasion, but 5-on-4 after all that, even though there's 3 girls in the box. 5-on-3s just don't occur, I guess.
And the fans are starting to get a little bit of rowdy here, trying to get some energy here. As I mean, these 9 girls that are out here right now are just waiting for any sort of action to happen. And Maggie Dix is still trying to plead her case that this is not right, that we should have 3 and they only have 1. And
still
now
waiting,
we're
and
back in the
dropped.
black. This game starts again.
So we don't even know what happened. And, we're paying to watch the whole game. Well, Riley Page could put it on to rest with a power play goal. Here she goes. Maeve sends it away. Here's Kelly's shot wide of the net. McNamara has been solid here this period. That'll be cleared.
5 goals in the first 15 minutes. We've had 0 so far in this 11 minutes of the second period, Zach.
Yes, that is true. Here comes Kelly. Kelly right up to Page, trying to push it forward. All right, maybe no tripping there. I don't think there's enough room in the Souhegan penalty box. Here's Manning with her green stick, lifted, blocked, and into the neutral zone.
Still a minute on the power play here for Manchester.
Here's Riley Page. Here she comes again. This time, her shot is turned away by the pad of Maeve McNamara. And Rosie keeping it in for the time being. Manning will send it around the boards. 42 seconds and counting left on the Manchester Queens power play. Kelly from the slot. Shot, save, rebound, they score! Power play goal. Taylor Morin, 4-2 Manchester.
You could feel the excitement for these Manchester girls as Taylor getting herself her goal is a big spot. You can see the celebration at hand and a big 2-goal lead here for the Queens with 3:13 remaining in this second period. Power play penalty still up there, so we're going to see if this might have been some sort of major or if that just hasn't come off. We're waiting to see what exactly that is, but just great job sitting on that doorstep, able to get that rebound off the pad. And after a couple of leads here for Souhegan, now they've been down for...
They should just let them play with 4 if they want to play with 4 at this point.
Well, now coming out on the ice, so it will be 5-on-5.
Face-off off the draw, is sent towards center ice and kicked over. Fallon retrieves it along the boards.
Rosie says, I want it though.
Yeah, Rosie up the wing. You can hope that the captain can maybe get one here. Shot turned away by McNamara. Dumped around, and Dykstra kicks away and is sent down the ice to be played by Loya. She has been quiet this period, but for good reason. Souhegan has had little to no offense.
I think they only have 1 shot on net so far, Zach, and was a clean save.
Off the boards.
Ice Monster, I believe, got into that one.
Kilbane off the boards. Slides down. Loya watches it go. No call. Rue over to Manning.
And I'm now realizing, Zach, 6 is actually Avery Pruill, one of the seniors here for this Queen squad.
Yeah, I was wondering why Avery...
Why she's listed as 4, I'm not sure, but
okay.
That's who number 6 is. So Avery, we're going to give you some love here as you're out there.
Apologies.
We've just missed you here with...
Maybe she just recently switched her jersey. You know?
I think it's just maybe their home jerseys and their away jerseys are somewhat different.
That could be the case.
Either way, minute 50 to go, and Avery back out there, and now heading back in is Alyssa Miller, who started to come out on the ice, thinking that it's her.
One lone Sabre is in the penalty box, but no time on the scoreboard. Shot gets blocked, and she fell in net. Was Loya, but they still couldn't get a shot on. Under 2 minutes here in the second period, the Queens of Manchester lead the Sabres of Souhegan 4-2. The puck is loose and going right for it. Now sending it down. Here Riley Page has a step and has a hat trick. Riley Page makes it 5-2 Manchester.
The patience to not shoot it quickly, make the move on the goalie, let her stretch out and put it in the back of the net was a beaut right there from Riley. And now with a 3-goal lead, her hat trick is really the big difference here so far with a 3-goal lead.
No hats have been thrown on the ice.
We got a net in our way, Zach.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult.
That is going to go in. That is a goal for Lila Hawks. Miscontrolled by Loya, and it's 5-3, and the time is still running for some reason.
Yeah, the clock is still going, and I don't think they realize it. I think the scorekeepers are.
Well, it's not 5-4 either, so.
And they really are on to something here. I guess it's tough when you're friends with the seniors that are scoring these goals, and now hopefully they can get things squared away and put some time back on the clock.
Our score is 5-3. You know, Souhegan, they're trying to add some extras on the scoreboard maybe. But the score is, in fact, 5-3 in favor of your Manchester Queens. Along the boards, under a minute to go here in the period. And this will be icing.
And clock still, another second
There
came
we
off
go.
there. But
now it's 5-3.
Well, Lila Hawks comes off the bench, or comes off the ice, and Morgan Hallett will come in for these last 42 seconds for Souhegan.
Face-off won by Page. It ends up over to Natalie Whitehouse of the Sabres in a battle for the puck as Page, it's sent over to Kelly, and now take blue back to Page. Page pressed by Whitehouse, under 30 seconds. Down low, shot, turned away. McNamara back into the crease. Morin finds Manning. Here's Rosie. Her shot gets blocked, directed towards the far side. Taylor Morin. And Rosie keeps it on side. 5 seconds left here in the period. Manning, can she get a shot? And blocked. Second period concludes. The Queens, after a strange second period penalty-wise, hold on to their lead. 5-3 your score here from Conway Arena. I'm Zach Johnston with Kyle Levy. We'll be back for the third period. Your score once again, Manchester 5, Souhegan 3. We are back for the third period here at Conway Arena in Nashua, New Hampshire. Your Manchester Queens lead the Souhegan Sabres 5-3. And Kyle, it's really it's been Riley, Page, and company tonight for Manchester.
Yeah, Elizabeth Kelly though has a goal, has an assist. She's in the stat sheet. I know Rosie Tag Blue had a chance to chat with her a moment ago, and she's just saying her shot is not on. We'll see if she can get something going here in the final 15.
Yeah, she's one of those key members of this team that has yet to score tonight. We'd love to see her get a goal as Taylor Morin sends the puck up our near side wing to start the period. And Taylor Morin has a chance to get an early goal here. It's swatted away by McNamara and then sent back toward the neutral zone to be picked up by Elizabeth Kelly.
Certainly tough with the opening minute that this puck is just going to slide around, and now we still have an offsides here. And
Alyssa Miller was like, whoops, I forgot I had to go back toward the neutral zone there.
Alyssa Miller she's definitely brings the energy here for this Manchester Queens squad. She certainly loves to yell boom here, and hopefully she can kind of keep the boom coming here for getting this win.
Tag Blue goes for it, and she'll take it, and it's kept onside by Lila Hawks. I keep saying.
There's one of the goal scorers here for this Souhegan squad.
That one finds the ice. There were no. Here's a chance, turned away. Second chance, another save by Sophie Loya, who had a quiet second period, as I was going to say. There were no goals in that second period.
They had one.
They had one
late.
Souhegan, yes. Or maybe no, I think Riley had one, and Riley got the hat trick. Man, I was way off. Riley got the hat trick, and then they scored late. So to make it 5-3, as I was way off there. But it took a while for them to get back on the score sheet there in that second period. Is really what I should have said. That's back out to Rue. She'll take it. It's Tag Blue off of the bank shot off the boards, and she tries to clear the zone, and she can't.
It did, Zach. They can't touch it. They don't realize that it's going to be offside.
Okay.
So the referee's arm was in the air, so it would have been a delayed offsides, but it's now everyone's coming the other way, and now Moran is skating hard to get down into the corner.
Kilbane was there to help facilitate this offensive chance here for Souhegan if they can get it out. It's sent up out to Grace Manning, who turns it over. Dykstra.
It will be an offsides. That pains us here, Zach, as Kaylee Russell just was not able to get back beyond the blue line. And now with 12:30 to go, a face-off will come below us. As
I liked when they had that running clock going for a little bit. That was nice. Face-off inside the neutral zone. Sent back. Riley Page back out on the ice for Manchester. And she collects the puck. And now loses it, and it's taken by Morgan Hallett here for Souhegan. Hallett dumps it down. Facey, Hallett, and now puck redirected out. Shot there by Kilbane. Long battle for the possession. Would have been offside. And Page racing for that. Icing's called.
certainly seemed like Souhegan putting a little bit more pressure on Manchester here to start this period. Being down 2 goals, they got to get something going here. And Maggie Dix is really pressuring these girls to get back into this contest. They've had the lead twice, and they'd like to get it back. But for Manchester, they know what they have to do, and that's just play some clean defense.
Brooke Fallon and Rosie Tag Blue will take the face-off.
Puck ended up hitting off of Brittany Grand Mason off that face-off.
Manning can't cleanly clear it. She gets it back. She finds Rosie, the captain. Rosie, center ice. Stick lift there. Morin was in the area. Morin has it now. It's sent down the ice. Morgan Hallett tries to collect it for Souhegan. And Manning keeps it in. Fans on the shot. Morin in the air. Gloved by McNamara, and she raises it in the air. Profoundly shows off that trapper. Still 5-3 in favor of Manchester with 11:07 left in the third period.
Loving the Souhegan fans, though. They are cheering loudly for that.
And that will be sent down the ice.
Oh, it would have been icing, but she touched the puck.
Well, it was going toward her, so she didn't touch it. It would have been a free goal. That goes behind the net and is picked up by Manning. Manning will throw it off the boards. And behind the net.
Good job by the Sabres to keep this puck in the zone. They're really
Manning
getting to it quick, but Manchester is just not allowing them with a shot on net.
That's up for Rosie. Rosie with Morin on her left. Enters the zone, and she gets the puck back, takes a shot, and McNamara turns it away with her pad. Kept in by Manning. Here's Morin. Stolen there by Kilbane. Now Morin has it back, takes a shot. McNamara able to find it and cover. Under 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes here into the period.
Both teams with line changes. That was a long time on the ice for a lot of those skaters. So now we'll see some fresh legs and see what happens with this faceoff out with under 10 minutes to go.
Page will send it over to Avery Prue. It's Manning. Tosses it up in the air. Kilbane able to send it down. Manning has it again. Manning. Now EK, Elizabeth Kelly. Banks it off the boards, finds Page down low in the corner, throws it toward the net, and McNamara makes the save.
Avery's going to want that one back. She had a golden opportunity in front of the net, just was not able to push it through. And she'll get more opportunities with passes like that from Riley Page.
Down the near boards toward us. The puck is onto the stick of Kilbane here for Souhegan. And it's center ice. They can't find it. Now it's picked up by Avery Wyburny. Wyburny turned away. It's loose behind the net. Wraparound chance. And it wouldn't go. Oh, get the puck to Riley. She would have had it. She would have had a breakaway. She was wide open down there. But instead, it's Souhegan with the puck entering their offensive zone, looking to make this a 1-goal game, trying to get by Sophie Loya again. It's Page down the near wing. Page sends it up the ice. Page charges toward the puck and is kept on side. I don't think Avery Prue knew that.
I think that she was throwing everything that she could to keep that puck and her balance at the same time.
Now down the ice, and Manning, that's Kelly rather, Elizabeth Kelly. Kelly up the ice and over to Morgan Hallett. And she turned it right over to Page. She just missed on that one. Her with 3 goals already, Riley Page is trying to make it 4. Off the boards. Kept in there by Kelly, and now the puck will roll its way over toward Loya. And she will just let the puck roll over to Manning, and she'll dump it down the boards. And it's
always tough with that puck on edge.
Yep.
You no idea where it's going to go.
Penalty is going to come, and some unnecessary stick movement there from Alyssa Miller will get her 2 minutes in the box.
Yeah, she's trying to get into the bench, but I believe the penalty is going to go on her. So, yeah, she's going from one bench to the other, and rather frustrated, you could see on her, as she didn't slam the door, but she wanted to. And you hear the chant here from the Souhegan fans.
Well, they're looking to make it a 1-goal game on this power play, their first power play. They can get shots on Loya. Try and make it a 1-goal game. This is a big face-off. Rosie will win it, send it back to Manning. I want to see just a slap shot booming out of here. It's kept in. Down low, turned away, poked out. Good work by Kelly. Kept on side. Good work by Fallon. And Kelly, now she'll clear it. And now racing for it is Taylor Morin for Manchester. And Morgan Hallett pins the puck against the wall. 1.5 minutes left on the penalty. Manning from the far blue line. And, oh my goodness.
Tips it. I mean, just throw it at the net. You never know where it's going to hit off of.
And Fallon lost it. Manning sends it away. Far boards cleared. Chipped toward us. Here is Dykstra. Dykstra. Good pass. They can't connect. And they collide. Kelly goes for it. It's back toward the neutral zone. Under 1 minute to go here on the penalty. Racing out is Kilbane. She'll send it behind the net of Sophie Loya in the cage for Manchester. Battle for the puck. Morin comes away with it. Taylor Morin racing down the ice. Morin down low. And they love that save from McNamara. Under 30 seconds left on their power play.
Good job by Grace keeping it in the zone. It didn't seem like McNamara appreciated that.
The Channing defense on the power play. Interesting decision. And that's a turnover.
And we might get another penalty. No arms that raised up in the air. You
Good work.
Hear Taylor the Souhegan fans upset about that.
All stick on that puck there. Taylor Morin did a good job poking that away from her. And now Manning will take it up our near side wing. Manning has a step ahead of Kilbane. She cuts back. Manning wrister blocked. Blocked by the body of Morgan Hallett. She calls for it again. Dykstra able to get in the way of that one. And kept onside. Rosie dumps it. Manning tried to kick it out to herself, and here's Dykstra. She'll send it away. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the third period. Manchester 5, Souhegan 3. And Riley Page looking to make her 4th goal of the night. Here she comes, and that shot just missed. It was redirected above the net by Maeve McNamara, and this stays a 2-goal game. And now the puck is loose. Here's Rosie. Oh, she just missed high. Oh, you can't draw that up. 2 girls just barely missing. Manning's drive is blocked.
We're back to even strength, Zach, as well, so it is 5-on-5 here.
Manning corrals it and couldn't cleanly get it to Rosie, and she keeps it in. Rosie had a hack at it to keep it on their side. 4 minutes to go. Fallon, they wanted her to move it up ice. Here comes Kelly. Oh, she nearly went offside there. And chopping at it, trying to hold the puck. It's sent down to Manning. 3:30 left in the third. 5-3 Queens. They control the lead. Page surveys the ice, holds the puck. Page gets away from the stick, and she enters the zone. Riley Page, saved by McNamara, kick saving a beauty. And now Grace Manning kicks it with her skate to keep it onside. And now racing for the puck is Emily Facey. Here's Facey, great work there by Kelly. She has been the defensive superstar here for Manchester.
And for the final 3 minutes, she's got to keep doing what she's doing to get this Manchester to victory.
Watch Maeve McNamara in net. See if they end up pulling her. Here's Riley down the wing. They may not need to. She can make her 4th. Page down low. Maeve sprawls to make the save. And she takes another shot turned away by McNamara. Well, she's been feeling good here in this third period. And kept onside by Page. Manning's shot, she couldn't get a full blade on that. Ice Monster.
2-on-1 here if they can get to the puck.
Puck is...
Elizabeth Kelly's got to
icing.
take it, though.
But Kelly gets there first. Kelly can't turn this over here, and she won't. 2 minutes left here. Kelly couldn't connect there with Avery Prue. Prue will send it down. Miller in the area. Souhegan with the puck. Under 2 minutes. They're down by 2 here on their senior night. And the puck slides down the ice, and they don't pull the goalie. I want to say a goalie pull here. Wraparound chance. And a save made there by Loya. And a chance to try to slide it in, 1.5 minutes left. And Page comes away from the scruffle with the puck. 3-on-2. Page comes in. Good defense from Lila Hawks. Here comes Rosie, turned away by the blocker of McNamara.
She went short side, and it was a good save there, but see what Grace can do now.
Manning chomping at it. Loose puck down low. Under 1 minute to go. Here's Rue. And that is sent away by the stick of McNamara. Riley Page, change of direction. Rosie keeps it in. Page shot, nothing.
40 seconds, Zach. This is a big spot here, and we will not get an icing here as Grace decided not to touch it.
We will have icing.
Oh, it will be an icing. All right. So with 33 seconds to go, it looked like she had the chance to touch that puck, but let it go. And, well, 33 seconds to go, and timeout called here from Souhegan. So we got to fill some airways here. And again, we want to thank the Conway Ice Arena for allowing us to be here on this Wednesday evening. Obviously, it's a senior night for the Souhegan Sabres and going through the seniors again. And, good luck to Dykstra on her career. Rachel Montoya, who was able to come back for this game. Emily Facey, who's had a great game. She's had a really good chance. Morgan Hallett and Lila Hawks.
She scored.
Sat in the penalty box, both of them as well. That's one way to celebrate your senior night.
Kaylin Kilbane, Callie Russell, Natalie Whitehouse, and Brooke Fallon and Maeve McNamara. I mean, what a big class of 25 they've got here at Souhegan for their girls
Certainly,
team.
and it's been a great time. Again, thank you to Athletic Director Kelly Braley for allowing us to come down to Nashua to be here to see this.
Always.
It's our second year in a row that we've seen Manchester versus Souhegan for their senior nights, and it's always a good time to see these girls get the time on screen to be able to showcase their skills. And obviously it's been impressive to see the skills of Manchester as well, who have 5 seniors on their squad as well. We'll have their senior night further in the season, but it's back to the game at hand here, and we'll get a face-off in the Souhegan zone with this final 33 seconds. And Rosie has done a good job on the face-off circle here. See if she can get one more win, and
maybe her goal. I mean,
I was gonna say she looks like she's gonna shoot from the face-off circle. Oh, she's gonna pull it back instead.
Drop back to the blue line. It's Manning, and now Souhegan. Maybe one more offensive rush. Rosie shot saved by McNamara. One more pad stop for the Souhegan goaltender.
Souhegan got to go 200 feet here and running out of time with only 10 seconds to go. So
10 seconds. Rue now back towards the neutral zone. Can they get one more chance? Fallon, can she get it? Turned away by Taylor Morin, and that will do it. The Manchester Queens have won their first game of the year. They pile on with Sophie Loya and net. 5-3 the final tonight. They take the win here against Souhegan at Conway Arena. The Manchester Queens have won their first game of the year 5-3 over Souhegan. Coach Levine and her crew get the W here on this Wednesday night.
And it's a win for both these teams who were able to double up their goals on the season. Manchester obviously had come in with only scoring 4 goals and now adding 5 here to make 9 for the season, and that's obviously a huge win for them. And growing forward to see what they can do is, getting that feeling of victory, Zach, is always the nicest.
Well, that'll do it from myself and Kyle Livy. Would like to thank Jason Coney, Brendan McCormick, and Joe Lar back at the station at Manchester Public Television. Alongside Kyle Levy tonight, I'm Zach Johnston. We do have to go over our 3 stars.
3 stars. I gotta give some love to the girls from Souhegan. I thought that Maeve McNamara did a great job in goal. She had a lot of quality saves. Yeah, she got the loss, but I want to give her the number 3 spot on my end.
Number 2 will go to Elizabeth Kelly with multiple points tonight, but she was the defensive X factor, and you can't walk away without giving the first star to Riley Page.
Absolutely, I agree with you on those. As EK with a goal and assist, but obviously Riley with
a hat trick,
and I believe she might have had 2 assists as well.
I know she had at least 1 assist.
And,
wouldn't surprise me if she had 2 and made it a 5-point night. So that'll do it from us. It was a long night here. It is currently 10:14 p.m. here on this Wednesday night. So we thank you for tuning in here on Manchester Public Television alongside Kyle Levy. I'm Zach Johnston. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. The Queens win their first of the year, 5-3 over Souhegan.